titanium Opal duct tape removal system.
Nice talking with you.
Oh, you're welcome. I don't want you to think that I'm slowing this machine down with paper. Black is my favorite color, and I just love rubber. You don't want to see all this baloney. Thin things are flexible, unless they're not, of course. About a year ago, I made a video called Block Party. In that video, I basically took a huge block of Lambina Opal and ground off the potch and the sand, then polished it, made a nice stone. And at the end of the video, I had the nerve to ask you to help me decide how to cut it. I gave 4 options, and you all responded quite well in the comments. But I never seemed to get around to doing it. All sorts of excuses, at least to myself. But anyway, last week I decided to go ahead and cut the stupid opal. Now I only say stupid in retrospect because I had no idea how hard this would be. Slaving for hours over mindless machines, just taking video, it was terrible. I ended up with about 6 hours of footage. And, well, I was going to post the 6 hours of footage on YouTube, but I knew you guys wouldn't watch for more than 2 or 3 hours anyway. So I cut out some video segments and put them together with some basic diagrams just to show you what I'm going to do. I noticed that the bottom of the stone, although beautiful, was not quite as good as the top. So the first move is to separate the bottom from the top. The first cut would be to angle down and cut one side of the bottom. Okay, finally, we're going to take the opal from the famous video called Block Party. Almost 100 people saw it. Me and my team of opal experts have analyzed this stone very carefully. We suggested several possibilities. Possibility 1 was just to slice it regularly. I think number 2 was cut this off, then cut this off in different slices in here, and so a couple off the back and one down there. Well, this is the plan that I had for option number 2. As big as this looks, my hands are very big, so it's not small. Don't go away. I'm getting my ruler. Here I'm yelling. Got this microphone around my head. What an idiot. 87 millimeters long. It's about 17 thick there at the side. 19. You don't want to see all this baloney. By the way, if you've noticed this black mat in here, it's black is my favorite color, and I just love rubber. Actually, the rubber pad serves as a protective buffer in case I drop a stone. It could really be disastrous when an opal lands on a very hard surface. We've got the Block Opal Evaluation Committee together, and they have determined that the bottom opal should be separated from the top opal, and that's just about it. I've decided to do the selective removal technique. The selective removal technique, we find an area that looks good, and we remove it. So our first selection is to remove the bottom part of one side of the stone. I've marked it to give me a basic idea of where to aim the saw. This is the vise, and it slides along there. I'm sure people are going to really be pleased at my incredible skills. Looking like a complete moron. Oh, are we back on? The lubricant here is mineral oil, and it's food grade mineral oil, but I actually don't ever eat it. You can see the blade through the very thin opal here. It's flexible because it's thin. Thin things are flexible, unless they're not, of course. If I just snap down on it, there it is. I'm not saying that there are any giveaways in this video, as I promised in the original, but if they are, you're not going to hear me say it. All giveaways will be done through secret pop-up messages. Hey, I'm back again. I heard that in someone else's YouTube video. Hey, hi guys, I'm back. So let me mark this up. Hey, I'm not back. I'll be back. The second removal will be the other side of the bottom half of the stone. And then back here, the good bar, I've been looking for Mr. Goodbar or Miss Goodbar. Here I've put together all the pieces that I've cut off, and it looks just like the original. It might be associated with an arcuate crack, and I mean arcuate from the bottom of my heart. You note that this cut goes to there. We can figure out how deep it is in there by doing the snap technique. I have to turn the machine off. Ignore that paper towel. I don't want you to think that I'm slowing this machine down with paper. There it is. I slowed this so I could see if it snaps. There it goes. Got a tiny, tiny little piece. If nothing else, maybe it could be used to put on the floor where a bunch of people are walking barefoot. I think they'd think twice about walking barefoot again. Hope you like my new desk. It replaces the old desk. This will never end up in the video, but I would like to show you the phenomenon of jelly opal. There's a very thin layer of jelly opal, and it's right here. You can see the colors on the surface here, but it loses the color here, and that's because this little area is a little bit hazy, and I guess that's what's referred to jelly-like.
Okay, nice talking with you.
Oh, you're welcome. That was nice. I've got my phone in front of me. Hey Siri, what is jelly opal?
Julio César Armenta, also known as Julio Metz, is a Colombian singer.
Colombian singer, okay. Alexa, what is jelly opal?
Here's something I found from the article Opal on Wikipedia. Fire opals that do not show play of color are sometimes referred to as jelly opals. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Thanks for your feedback.
That's great. Maybe I should give Siri another try. Hey Siri, what is jelly opal?
Opal is a hydrated amorphous form of silica. Its water content may range from 3 to 21% by weight, but is usually between 6 and 10%.
Well, thank you for that. Here, I'm talking to a machine. Well, it seems like I'm always talking to machines. So, I'm going to make a decision on what to do, and then I'm going to come back and stop all this BS. Next, I decide to remove the potchy thin end from the rest of it. The potch on this stone is just too thick, so I decide to do the unthinkable, carve it. After a good while trying to carve it, I realized that all I've done is created a huge crater. So, what to do here? Cut it. So I decided to cut half of the crater off, and then I took this piece, cut it in half, and made 2 cabochons, and then I have the end of the piece that also made a nice cabochon. So here are all the pieces that I have up to this point, that main piece in the center, and then all the pieces from the back and the end of the specimen. I thinned out one of the pieces from the bottom, and it looks like it'll make a good doublet. You can see here, pressed against black rubber. It looks good. Now I'm flattening the back with my flat lap. I've just polished this thin stone, a large stone. You attach it to duct tape. Then you bend the back to give yourself a convenient handle. What I've done is I've had some custom-made duct tape opal cutters. They're designed specifically for removing the duct tape around opal. They're very, very expensive. There they are. Scotch titanium. You have no idea how much I paid for that titanium opal duct tape removal system. It comes with a lot of other things. It's a system. It's a whole system. You can count on it. Here I'm putting cerium oxide on the felt wheel on a flat lap that I use for polishing. Wet it. Take our stone. hold it by hand and just polish it up. Now I'm going to epoxy the doublet. Take the hardener and the resin, mix it up good. Take the black dye, just a dot of it. Mix it up real fast. Then you have to heat the stone. Let's get out the alcohol lamp. Probably catch something on fire. YouTube idiot burns in garage fire. This is the completely dry, ready to be cut out doublet. Back to the pressing issue of our time. We have this beautiful color on the end. One of the things we considered was, should we bread loaf this and just take slices off? So in order to preserve the original look, I took one off. This is what's underneath it. It is basically the same thing. So I've decided that I'm going to take another slice, and if that looks good, I'm going to take another slice, and if that looks good, I'm going to keep taking slices until I can't take any more slices, because this is the best opal in this stone. Okay, so that's the end of another fun-filled episode. Now just remember, smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, leave a comment, smash the notify button. Is there a notify button? Well, they tell me that notify means ring a bell. So ring the bell, whatever. I'll see you next time.